y'all, before we get started, make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Also, hit that bell for notifications each time we go live. This is Hello Colorado. All right, y'all, we're about to get started. Do me a favor, hit that like button, subscribe, and follow us on social media to stay up to date with everything Colorado sports. Let's make this show the best part of your week. Let's go!
This is J.P. Banks Music.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to AHRR Network's Hello Colorado, episode 12. It's almost in the books. Season 1 for Hello Colorado is almost in the books. I appreciate everybody for watching. Shout out everybody who watched every episode. Like, share, subscribe. Share this live podcast, live video for me. Yeah, keep helping us make this the best sports show in Colorado. It will happen. We cover everything from Little League to the pros. Who else is doing that? Comment. Let me know who else is doing that. Shout out y'all for being here with me. Got some high school hoops on the slate. Got some pro hoops on the slate. Not too much college stuff going on right now, so we'll leave that for next week. Let me set my stuff up so I can see who be commenting so I can interact with you guys. All right. Got the thing again this week. Okay, first things first. We have a player, a young lady who just scored her 2,000th high school career point. 2,000 of them. Brianna Crittenden. She's averaging 27 points per game. She's only a junior, and she's a state champion. Let's watch her score her 2,000th point. She's number 1 in the state in scoring. We'll get that video to you in a second. Number 1 in the state in scoring, and they have won 4 straight games after losing to Cherry Creek, number 5 Cherry Creek at that. Listen to these scores after they have lost to Cherry Creek. 79-16 to North Glen, 79-21 to the Classical Academy, 90-19 to Mountain Range, and 79-37 to Boulder. So they lost to Cherry Creek, and then after that they are just averaging above 80 points the last 4 games, and Brianna Crittenden is a big reason for that. Next game they'll play Prairie View tomorrow, actually, as they look to extend their winning streak to 5. Big shout out to Brianna Crittenden, one of our players to watch a couple episodes back, and she's still making noise, and I believe come playoffs they'll be right there to try to win it all again this year. Speaking of the loss to Cherry Creek girls basketball, after starting 4-5, their record 4 wins, 5 losses. They're now 12-5, winning 8 straight behind Braylon Barnett. As we know, their star, one of the top 100 players in all of the nation, Tiana Chambers, is out. She was out her junior year, knee surgery. And they started struggling. They were struggling without Tiana, but Braylon has picked it up. They're playing as a team. They rung off 8 straight games. They're number 5 in the state now. And look out for Cherry Creek. I did not have them steamrolling like this earlier. I thought it was going to be a down year for Creek. But what is that? Creek doesn't have a down year in any sport. Well, maybe in boys basketball. They're 6-10. They're boys. But they have a bright spot. Brother of our 2 sisters, Lauren Betts and Sienna Betts, Lauren, two-time gold medalist and state championship over there at Grandview. And she's currently leading the UCLA Bruins to number 1 in all of the country in college football. Lauren there at the top, Sienna at the bottom. Lauren, two-time gold medalist, state champion, and she has the UCLA Bruins number 1 in all of the country, beating powerhouse South Carolina a couple months back in November. They're family balls. They're family balls. Sienna has Grandview number 1. She's number 1 in the state, number 1 player in the state. She's the number 2 player in all of the nation. They have a little brother. They have a little brother. Talk about basketball family. This, I want to call him a man. And this man is 7 foot 2 inches tall. Number 5 there for Windsor did everything he could to stop him. But his name is Dylan Betts. And we've talked about Marcellus Duncan down there at Rangeview as a freshman. You're going to have to deal with him for 4 years. Well, Dylan is coming. They're comparing him to Victor Wembanyama. His game is of that. I believe he's averaging plus 6 blocks a game. His mid-range game is there, and he's only a freshman. 14 years old. 7 foot 2. Woo! The boys basketball team there in Cherry Creek, they're not doing so well right now, but trust and believe Dylan will have this team atop the standings next year. I believe this will be their only down here. Dylan's coming. Shout out the Betts family. Shout out Lauren. UCLA's number 1. Sienna, Grandview is number 1. Their little brother, he'll be number 1. 7 foot 2. If you get a chance, go look on. Shout out We in That Mode. He has some tape on Dylan Betts. This kid's nothing to play with, so shout out him. Moving on. Where are we at? Let's take a look at the girls' high school top 10. And let's see how the schools are doing. Let's see those rankings. Top 10 right there. You see Grandview still at the top. Defending champion, Valor Christian right there behind them. Cherry Creek at number 5. Watch out for this Denver East team. I understand that they're 8-7. But this Denver East girls team can make a push in the playoffs. And then you got Cherry Creek Trails right there at 10. You have some other schools, some other local schools that are Rangeview, North Glen. They're pushing the pack. They're not quite top 10, top 20, but they're right there. They'll be a tough out in the playoffs. Our local schools. Rangeview, North Glen, those type of schools that are here locally and not on the outskirts of the city. But yeah, there goes your top 10. Look for Grandview to win it all. I mean, they have the Bet sister, so I'd probably put my money on them. If you catch my drift. Moving on. What do we have? Rangeview versus North Glen. Rangeview is rolling still. And North Glen is a good team. I love these kids. These basketball players are real pros. It's like they're playing 2K in real life. They got all the accessories. They got the Kobe's on. They got the tattoos. When we were in high school, I mean, we probably had a little one tattoo, you know what I'm saying? No, you got the whole thing. Multiple of them have tattoos. Rangeview did jump Rossin Valley who won nail biter over the weekend. Rangeview jumped him. Rangeview is now number 1. Ralston Valley is now number 2. They'll be going back and forth. Can't wait to see that matchup whenever we get it. If it's in the playoffs or the championship, it will be a great matchup. Let's just go and take a look at some highlights. You have Davion King throwing one down. Also, 24 for Northfield. Excuse me. Throwing one down as well. Let's go ahead and run the first one. Excuse me, I'm gonna run those videos. Rangeview did, sweep the season series with Northfield. They played them twice within like 2 weeks. And as you've seen from the last graphic, Rangeview got the second game. They won't play each other again unless it's in the playoffs. But Rangeview took both games. However, Northfield is one of those schools. I said a couple episodes back about Broomfield in football, as they're one of those schools who are building step by step through the Little League teams. That's how they're building. Broomfield's building their football team through Little League football, freshman C-team football. Northfield is building their basketball programs like that, girls and boys. So a lot of players who played rec league or Little League together, that whole team will just, all of them go in there as freshmen. So look out for Northfield. I believe both teams made a push last year in the championships. And let's go ahead and watch this video. That was Brianna Crittenden. Her 2000 game is what we could call it, her 2K game. As you could see, her footwork is crazy. She plays 1 through 5, and she's only a junior, and as a sophomore, she won state. Talk about the juice. Brianna, you got it. Also, Judah Michael for Northfield is up next as well. He's a junior averaging 20. They're 11-5. They failed to Rangeview twice, so without those 2 losses, they only have 3 losses. They're young, but Northfield can make a push. Check out Davion King and Judah throwing it down in this video. that was nearly a game winner. That was Ralston Valley versus Arvada West. Little technical difficulties, but we'll get through it. Get through it with us. Nail biter. That bucket made it 62-62. Arvada West is not a team that you want to play with. They took the number one team in all of the state down to the wire, and Ralston Valley won on technical free throws. So in that video, the player got fouled, and then Tanner Breakta, let me run this to you. Hits the layup, as you can see, ref calls foul. Misses the free throw, but players are coming off the bench. It was a scene, as you can see. Ralston Valley Arvada West technical foul. Ralston Valley 2 free throws. Tanner Breakta knocks both free throws down, wins the game. So Ralston Valley easily could have fell to Arvada West over the weekend. However, you got to stay composed in moments like that. Good teams should stay composed. I'm not saying, like, it's tough. It's tough. 0.4 seconds, you think your guy just hit the game winner, you run onto the floor. That's a big mistake, especially when you have a chance to beat the number one team in the state. They could not pull it off. But shout out Arvada West. We have been following them. We've been following them for a little bit. And both their girls and boys basketball teams are ranked top 15, top 20. Excuse me. Hey, shout out my sister on here again. Yeah, shout out Arvada West. 12-4, tough loss. They play Columbine next. Ralston Valley undefeated, 16-0. They have Bear Creek, then Lakewood next. I believe we have a top 20 list we could look at really quickly for the boys. That's Davion's dunk. But here goes the top 20. As you can see, Rangeview jumps Ralston Valley. Eagle Crest right there. Arvada West at 13. And Smoky Hill, who had a rough start to the season, is coming back from the dungeon, I should say. And then you could see that Northfield is right there at number 17. So yeah, it's going to be interesting coming down to the wire, coming down to the playoffs. And 5A and 6A, Chas is doing this new playoff thing. I don't have it all the way wrapped around, but the seeding will be based off where you ranked in 5A and 6A, and then those teams will play each other, if I'm not mistaken. I have to go look on those new rules, but they just added the 6A. However, they still do play 5A teams. And yeah, hopefully we get Valor Christian out of there, since they swept last year. Denver South right there. If you look at this list, Rangeview has beaten most of these teams. Denver South, George Washington, Northfield, Arapahoe, Overland. It's going to be tough. Ralston Valley, they play a tough brand of basketball, fundamental brand of basketball. So does Arvada West. Rangeview has crazy talent. Let's see that video. Video of Davion Duncan, Michael Judah Duncan. They were going back and forth for a little bit. Rangy pulled away. Be tough. I am loving where the basketball scene is, or where the basketball scene stands right now in Colorado. The girls take the cake. Colorado has talented ladies all over. And maybe next week we could do an episode on just how good the ladies are that are coming from Colorado that are playing hoops. Have a young lady down there in San Antonio, UTSA from Colorado. Got Lauren at UCLA. You got Fran was at Stanford. I believe her sister goes there now or something like that. But yeah, loving where the basketball scene is. Hopefully we could get football right there. As a state that puts players out. Because the ladies, girls, women's basketball, oh, they're kicking players out. They're going to college and they're playing a role. Boys, I mean, putting players out, but not at the rate they are. Love where it stands. Love how the trajectory, the basketball landscape is on. Speaking of basketball, talk about the Denver Nuggets. They just got back from their 5-game road trip. They went 2-3 on the road trip. Lost to some teams we shouldn't have lost to. Last week I gave you guys a -8 on the Denver Nuggets, and Chicago Bulls won by 8. So at your own risk. 6 of the next 7 games for the Denver Nuggets are at home. However, they're going to be missing some pieces. Peyton Watson and Russell Westbrook are out. Russell Westbrook will be evaluated in 2 days. Peyton Watson sprained his knee, will be evaluated in a month from the 5th. So March 5th. Peyton Swatson will be reevaluated. Russell Westbrook should be back in a couple of days. But tonight they will be without him. Without both of them, excuse me. However, Jamal Murray got a new look. I'm calling him Afro Mall. Afro Mall, he didn't put the curl activator in his hair. He just picked it out and came to the game. And I loved it. Came to the game and dropped 31. Let me take a look at Afro Mall. It's a video. All right, we can play the coach one. All right. We're actually going to play Michael Malone's interview on how Jamal Murray looked, Afro Mall looked.
Tonight.
Yeah, he was, I think from the get-go, and you've seen it a lot lately, just a really engaged, aggressive Jamal Murray. looking to attack the game, not settle into the game, and that's what we need from him. And obviously Nikola down the stretch stepped up and made some big plays, big shots. Michael made a big play, and obviously Russ went out with the injury. And I thought our bench, CB, Julian, and Peyton, 3 guys off the bench, were really good for us tonight. So, hey, we go down to Charlotte and try to get another one.
Describe Jamal's performance.
Yes, so Jamal has been coming to play. I'm not sure how it's going to look without Russell Westbrook because prior it didn't look very good. You could go on the Nuggets Instagram page and check out Jamal Murray's new look. I love that he's embracing the fro. You know what I'm saying? Like, nobody really rocks the fro no more. If you remember back in, I won't show my age, but when I was in middle school, we was rocking the fro, whether it was combed out or not. Now, we just throw a little activator in there, sponge it. Some people sponge it. Nah, Jamal picked it out and dropped 31 on the boy's head, which I loved. Love embracing the culture. I wonder if he did it because it was February. Huh. Maybe not. Maybe I'm reaching. Where we at? Who's on here? Send me a sticker. Send me a star. If you on Facebook. Yes, sir. Shout out to Jamal Murray. Don't we love this look? It's rough. You know what I'm saying? Gritty, like. And then he comes and just gives you a bucket. Love that from Jamal. Don't like the Jamal that don't want to be here, doesn't show no personality. It's at the UFC game or UFC fights. You got a game tomorrow. I like that Jamal. Come with the fro picked out like playing in the 70s. And then drop something on them boys' head. Anyway, the Nuggets play the Pelicans tonight at 7 a.m. But first, remember I told you guys men lie, women lie, numbers don't lie? Here's some numbers on the Nuggets just from this season. First team in 7 years to average nearly 20 fast break points. 14 of 21 Nikola Jokic triple-doubles happened in 3 quarters. And, of course, Russell Westbrook is just shooting lights out. The best shooting percentage of his career, or he's having the most efficient season of his career right here in the Mile High City. And I wonder why that is. Just last year, they was calling him West Brick. He was playing in his hometown of LA, and they couldn't wait to get him out. I wonder why that is. Is it because he's playing with the greatest guy, the greatest man in the game right now, Nikola Jokic? He played with one of the greatest ever, LeBron, and he wasn't having this type of impact. I'm not going to downplay LeBron's greatness, but I just think that just shows how great Nikola Jokic is. Russ Westbrook playing off of him, having his most efficient season. Shout out Bron though. Shout out Nikola. Tonight, they got the Pelicans, 6 of the next 7 games right here in the Mile High City at Ball Arena. And all month, they're celebrating Black History. So if you could get to Ball Arena, maybe you could get like a limited edition Black History t-shirt or something. Just get out there and support the fellas. Not on topic at all, but the Colorado Avalanche may have something. I mean, it was one of the worst trades we talked about last week. But they may be a better team without Mikko Rantanen. And they're third in all of the West in National Hockey League. They got to find their ropes. They got to find their balance with the new guys. But let's not count them out. I understand they trade their second best player away. Let's not count these guys out just yet. What's up, man? I got to go to YouTube. I ain't seeing no comments. He did it because it was February. Bro combed his hair out because it was February, huh? I like it. Let's see these YouTube comments. Hey, shout out you. Shout out you for always watching. Shout out y'all for interacting. K, baby. K, I appreciate you for always commenting, always viewing. Whatever you got going on, you make sure you tap in with me. I appreciate that from the bottom of my heart. Young Tommy, yes, they got to stay focused. Oh, yeah, the Betts family is going to be absolutely legendary. Shout out CUF Photography. I see y'all on here. And, yes, appreciate you guys for being with me on this lovely February day. This lovely month. Tap in next week for our final episode of season 1. Was this season 9 for our network? First season for Hello Colorado. It's been fun. But we're not done. We'll see you back here next week, 3:30. Appreciate you guys for tapping in. Love.